focusing on your enemies that are coming at any time.
We started with NNS Andoni. Same ship was built locally in Nigeria at the Naval Dockyard Limited at Lagos. So this is like the third ship that is being built by that same dockyard. So we have built NNS Andoni, NNS Karadua, and now NNS Oji.
This vessel was commissioned in December 2021. It was designed and built at the Naval Dockyard Limited in Lagos. This vessel is about 43 meters long. It is made of steel. It has its armament on board, and it can go as fast as 20 knots and as far as 1,500 nautical miles.
What made us to come up with the idea of having this project being constructed is that the aircraft, when we are having maintenance on ground, the aircraft electronic system generate excessive heat, and that demand a regulated cool air that will maintain the temperature of the avionics components so that the heat will not damage the avionics components.
To our vibrant and talented individuals, the matter is not just about buying trending hashtags, slogans, or propagandas. It's about making decisions to move the country forward through innovations that can address lasting issues facing us as a nation.
I built this for one reason only, for the fact that there are many talented youths in Nigeria, all over from north to south, from all the tribes and all the ethnicity. There are brilliant, innovative, young Nigerians. The problem is they lack a proper machinery to produce high precision, accurate parts for any prototype that they want to build. In this science expo between yesterday and today, I have seen some young people produce robots, electronic cars that uses battery and everything. And you could tell they have very great ideas. But if you look at the body work, you can see because they don't have access to such a thing.
And we are presenting our project, which is integrated sewage treatment for sustainable energy, agriculture and water resource management. Now, in our project, sewages from different local governments are gathered in our municipal collection chamber. It is pumped into our primary treatment tank here. From this primary treatment tank, 3 layers are formed, which is the oil layer, which is used for making soap in a process known as saponification. Then the sludge layer here is fed into a biodigester over there. The biodigester is used for producing methane gas. This methane gas can be used for domestic purposes like cooking and industrial purposes. The methane gas can also be used to generate electricity with the help of a turbine.
Here is what we call military pyrotechnics. We use them for training in terms of screening the enemy sites to avoid being sighted maybe during battle or during training. So this is first of its kind in the history of Nigeria and Africa. It has never been done. But we're able to use locally sourced material, almost 90% locally sourced material, to produce this small grenade that you are seeing. So you can see from here, the moment you pull this pin, the smoke comes out, and it could be either green color, yellow, it depends on what the military will need.
Students of Government Secondary School Gwagwalada, and we're here with a project which we call the Biosolar Hydrogas. This structure right in front of us is made for the production of hydrogen gas. This project uses the process which is known as electrolysis. This project breaks down water into hydrogen and oxygen respectively. This hydrogen that is produced is made and added to this biogas to react with that carbon dioxide and disallowing it from entering into our atmosphere.
NATO standard says if you want to test a bulletproof helmet, you have to stay 400, 300, the minimum of 200 meters with pistol. Then this, ours, we can do it point blank with pistol. That is to tell you that an enemy will not tell you the distance he's going to stay before he hits you. So that we're looking at the terrain, Nigerian terrain, that's why we goes into this.
We, the students of Junior High School Phase 3, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nigeria, went on a research on how to solve this problem on our own level, and were able to come out with this machine titled Multi-Purpose Solar-Powered Seed Planting and Chemical Spraying Machine. Objective of this machine are, if you didn't check of counting things, if you didn't check of digging hole in the farm, if you didn't check of spraying chemical in the farm, if you didn't check improving the quality of life of farmers.
On this printer is actually printing something. Okay, what we have here now, this printer is printing the first floor of a house. So you could actually use 3D printing to make models of houses, buildings, and very much anything you can think of. Yeah, we could actually upscale this to be able to produce military hardware and, of course, machine parts for organizations and the military.
You don't need any fuel, you don't need any petrol. All what you require is to have a sunshine so you can be able to carry out either irrigation or water supply for domestic applications. So this is the main purpose of this particular system.
Envision the fusion of neural networks, digital disruptors, syncing up with data-driven dreamers to hack the matrix of tomorrow.
Innovation, they say, is born from curiosity. As I observed the inventors behind the creators pitted against the enthusiastic students, my curiosity was piqued. I decided to immerse myself in the challenge and see who will come out on top. What began as a casual interaction soon evolved into a captivating spectacle. The inventors showcased their ideas with fervor, while the students listened intently, intrigued by the depth of innovation presented to them. Some ideas left the students mesmerized. While others sparked discussions that delved into uncharted territories of knowledge. It quickly became apparent that this was more than just a casual exchange. It was a contest of intellect and creativity. Ideas flowed freely, each one vying for attention and recognition.
It's been a quantum leap, with government nodes leveraging the expo matrix to overclock their achievements, encrypt commandments, and interface with vital partners.
From where I'm sitting here, what you are seeing by my side is a screen that is monitoring the country's heartbeat, trying to tell us in case there is anything like earthquake, tremor, and the rest. This is what monitors it. It gives you information so that you identify the epicenter. It is when you know the epicenter that you know what is affected.
As an agency of government, we have collaboration with several agencies, both in and outside the country. And one of the collaborations we have is the one we have West African Ventures Limited. And what we are going to be doing with them is to build capacity of people that could work within the boat industry. We are also trying to build capacity in the area of people that actually manufacture boats within the country. And this is where what connects directly with what we have with NASTEM Digital Academy, whereby we are going to allow the youths in Nigeria to be able to register and learn some of the skills that are not actually available within the country. Because as we speak now, majority of people that are actually working with our, the boat industry are coming from outside the country. So what we want to do is to make sure that we bridge that gap, whereby we could also certify people that could also work within the boat industry. And this is where the collaboration with West Africa Ventures Limited will actually come in association with the National Center for Technology Management.
In conjunction with the government, the federal government also. So instead of them making use of this, their local fishing, of which there is no safety in it and all of that, which is endangering their life, when they make use of our product, I think it will meet international standard. And like you also know that the population in Nigeria, the fishes in our river, we are not meeting up to demand, and they are in our rivers.
AI initiative. As you know, last year we had a policy dialogue where we invited stakeholders in the area of artificial intelligence to talk more about AI in governance and regulation of AI across the nation, basically. And it was a very successful one, which prompted us to partner with a world-renowned AI ecosystem developer, Daimlers. They are a US company. They are based in the US, and they are #1 in the development of AI ecosystems. So we know that Nigeria is missing out in this AI climate, basically. And the first step is basically the development of an AI strategy. And I would like to also use this opportunity to commend the likes of NIDA, who are taking this upon themselves to develop this, which we are also partnering with to help with developing a comprehensive and well-structured AI strategy.
Now, the government is doing so much in one area, saying that, okay, the production is increased. And now what is it also doing? It's not only looking at the increasing production, quality production, so that we will be able to also permeate other foreign countries, cut down on consumption, and that is by increasing productivity within the country. And what are we doing with the satellite? We monitor all facets. We can monitor agriculture, we can even monitor mineral exploitation, we can monitor resources that are meant for green energy. All these are aspects that are necessary that we can always deal with, and they are very important.
Welcome to Techno. My name is Sam Benochuli. Unquestioned adoption of technology can lead to potential harm. 1. Wi-Fi is a game changer, but placing routers in the bedroom, especially overhead, may trigger health issues, including insomnia, depression, and even certain cancers. 2. Sweet dreams might turn into nightmares with electric blankets. Risks include overheating and fires. According to doctors from UCLA, one of the potential risks of using electric blankets is inadvertently overheating the body. 3. Unrestrained usage of mobile phones in the bedroom can lead to disrupted sleep patterns due to blue light exposure, subsequently affecting the overall health. 4. Smart beds and pillows came into existence in a quest to optimize sleep, but they connect to Wi-Fi and produce electromagnetic fields which pose identical threats as overhead routers. Also, improper use or malfunction of electric devices can lead to safety hazards. 5. Sleep trackers. Ironically, these devices intended to improve sleep can cause anxiety and insomnia. Users may grow overly concerned about their sleep statistics, leading to orthosomnia. Research shows that these gadgets can make people feel more stressed. Remember, technology should serve us, not the other way around. Well, that's all from me on Techno. Back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rise of the economic powerhouse worldwide is no accident. Their driving force has been innovation, science, and technology, which propels nations and businesses to economic prosperity. From driving industrial growth to unlocking sustainable development, the power of innovation is undeniable. Nations prioritizing innovation, science, and technology investments reap the rewards of continuous productivity growth and equitable industrial development.
We firmly advocate that by harnessing the power of science, innovation, and technology, we can effectively tackle numerous challenges faced by our society. It's within this noble mission that Tech Mode endeavors to utilize this platform to showcase, enlighten, and educate our tech-savvy enthusiasts about the latest trends, logics, happenings, advancements, and hints. Our email is displayed on your screen. I am Malim Haruna Dogondaji. Bye for now.
Are you a tech enthusiast? Perhaps you want to know more about the devices and gadgets you use. Tech Mode will bridge that gap. Connects great minds while explaining everything about technology as it concerns you.
It is Tech Mode.
Tech Mode is unlocking your tomorrow today.
Nigeria is blessed with iconic wildlife: elephants, gorillas, pangolins, and so much more. But these beautiful animals are threatened by illegal logging and poaching. And we will lose our national heritage if we don't stand up for wildlife. So please report wildlife crimes and say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects our future.
It saddens me that our wildlife and forests are disappearing, and that Nigeria has become a hub for wildlife trafficking. But together, we can change this story. We can lead our region with stronger laws that prosecute more offenders. Let's create a future where people and wildlife can thrive together. Please report wildlife crime and help make Nigeria a haven for wildlife. Because protecting nature protects us all.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Previously on Family Forever.
Did I not tell you to keep an eye on the food I was cooking?
Me? When?
When I was going out to the Robinsons, I told you the food was almost done.
Grandma, honestly, I don't remember anything. I didn't hear.
It's over 7 weeks. 7 weeks? Yes. Wow. Now you're feeling me, Abby. Fred, get up. No problem, get up. Thinking like this, even when you're at the age of Methuselah, you will still be single. You need to start asking yourself critical questions. Start asking yourself some serious questions. Go ahead, Amo, please. Questions like, is she a good woman? What are her values? Is she the kind of woman you want to wake up to every morning for the rest of your life? Or is she the kind of woman that you just say, hey, I should jump into your bed and then you just...
Please, I never said that.
Believe me, Fred, if you ask yourself these questions and you give honest answers, bruv, whatever decision you make, I will be right here beside you all the way.
See this guy. What are you feeling like now? A relationship expert. After less than 6 months of marriage. You should sit at the heart of that dump site. Come on, look at that. See.
Hello for you.
I beg you.
Fred.
I am single and ready to mingle.
Sedap Supreme Noodles is here for you. Because only fine ingredients go into Sedap Supreme Chicken Essence to give it that truly delicious chicken taste. Sedap Supreme tasty chicken noodles with real chicken essence, capturing the Sedap Supreme tasty chicken goodness. Sedap Supreme Noodles, the essence of tasty chicken goodness. Also available in rich spices variant. Be Supreme Nigeria.
Every Nigerian mom knows everything is so expensive. Every naira needs to work harder. That's why I always go back to So Clean.
New So Clean with Snow Powder Tech. The powder is finer.
So it dissolves easier, foams faster, and cleans better.
Every grain works for you. Nothing's wasted.
New So Clean detergent with Snow Powder Tech. Every grain works for you.
I think Amaka should just move out of the house.
Yes. No. Standing out of the house is not the right thing to do.
Oh, there you go again with your sentimental family stuff.
Baby, if our aim is to stop this affair, it is best achieved under our roof.
You do something terrible and you'll be acting innocent.
What are you going on about?
Don't ask me that question again. You couldn't even control yourself in the presence of our visitors.
What are you accusing me of, woman?
My son, I don't know how serious you are with my daughter, but there's something that needs to be done urgently before you move any further.
Anything, just anything, just say it. I'm ready to do anything.
There is a spell that needs to be removed.
A spell?
Family forever. The story of our lives.
This your earphone has been ringing since morning.
Don't mind that boy, oh.
What boy?
I met him on BBM and he won't let me rest.
You know you should be reading your books, right?
All work and no play, uncle. Make Sarah. Hello? You want to come? No, don't come to my house, oh.
Which house?
Don't come to...
Give me that phone.
Oh.
Come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Could I have your seat, please?
Thank you. Please, is Sarah in?
Who are you?
A friend.
Oh, you're the BB friend?
Yes.
Ah, that's right. Do you know she's 17 years old? And she's my ward.
No, this is a doctor and she lives here.
Ah. If you don't get out of my house now.
Uncle, he said he's 17.
We are still sitting here. If I count 1 to 5. 1, 5! Chicken.
So he came here
was so afraid. If you had seen him, old man with big pot belly. You're laughing.
Okay, why didn't you tell him to send his pictures?
Well, I told him to send a picture, but he sent a picture of someone with muscle and fine face.
Okay, how did you know this place?
Me, I sent him the address. But I told him to actually come on Saturday and not today.
You get mine though. Ha!
Auntie Amaka, guess what?
What?
He said he's going to buy me an iPhone.
See this small girl.
But Auntie Amaka, it was you that taught me how to use men to get money.
Me? When did I tell you that one? Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah, so you have joined Amaka?
No, me.
I will deal with your matter later. You, Amaka.
I'm sorry. I actually thought it was my classmate.
Come on, you should come and get out of here. Get out!
Ada, why are you giving me a bad name before?
You already have a bad name. That is why I've come to warn you.
Ada, I didn't tell her to do anything.
She is watching you and she's following your footsteps.
Ada, can I ask you a question?
Look, Amaka.
Ada, why is she not following you? Why me?
I don't have time.
Please come in, the door is open.
Amaka? Okay?
Julius.
Bam! I said it. Nne, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
Sit.
Hey. Are you getting?
No, it's my sister's face.
Oh. Nne, it is fine.
Thank you. So, you're Julius?
Bam! Ichukwazo. I am the rightful Julius. One. Are you disappointed?
Well, not really. Just that I was expecting to see someone very tall.
It's funny. See, I am financially tall. In fact, call me financial giant.
Your Twitter profile says you are a businessman.
Bam, yes. I'm into automobile and exporting and importing of cars. Ubonala.
Amazing.
Bam. Money is meant for spending. I am looking for somebody who is going to spend it with me. And you are the rightful person. Ne, you're sweet. You are elegant. You're extremely...
Are you sure?
Oh, if I'm not sure, why will I be here? I'm not looking for a girlfriend.
What are you looking for then?
A wife. I'm looking for somebody who will spend this money with me. And you are the right candidate.
Well, it depends on you.
Amaka, you don't know me. You don't know the real me. Ne, make a wish. Yes?
Okay. I...
Bye. Oh, no. Consider it done. Yes. Baby, this has to stop.
I know, but she wouldn't listen to me.
Then let me talk some sense into her head.
No, baby, don't worry. I'll handle it.
You've been saying that for days.
See, it's even Sarah that I'm concerned about.
Look, if she doesn't stop this nonsense, she's going to have to leave this house.
Yeah, Jai, it's not that bad.
Sorry, I did not know. The thing where they do pass that one.
Mommy, what is it?
If both of you have decided not to see the scene that is going on in this house, I will not.
What scene?
The scene of jumping from one man's bed to another.
Mama, that's exactly what we're just talking about.
Talk is not enough. It's a spiritual thing.
Okay, Mama, in that case...
I lead by example. See, the two of you two should do the same.
Are you saying we are the ones that influence Amaka?
It is Sarah me I'm concerned about.
Oh, so we are the ones influencing Sarah?
Yes. You both don't go to church anymore. You drink. You are not holy.
Mommy, holy. Can I ask you a question?
We have to start living by godly rules in this house. Otherwise, this house will soon become a brothel, eh? Yes. What is your question?
Mommy, you said you are following our footsteps.
Yes, Kay.
And you are holy.
The holiness of God lives in me.
Oh, that's right. So why are they not following your footsteps?
Huh? I think we must collect that tool of the devil in her hand. That phone she's using.
Grandma, it will happen again.
Shut up! At your age, that is just what you want to do.
Girls who start like you, they don't ever have good things in their life.
Amaka, we were just talking.
Check this out, everyone.
Oh, I just got a car! Who is this man?
Another man?
Now, I am Julius.
Yes.
Where is he?
What happened to John?
Please, past tense, Mama. You need to see this car.
Moto. Hey, Chineke, Juju. You got on one moto. Hey, Chineke. Hey, Amaka. You just go to here. Mama Jay. I get you the motor. I need to
I think Amaka should just move out of the house.
Yes.
No. Standing out of the house is not the right thing to do.
Oh, there you go again with your sentimental family stuff.
Baby, if our aim is to stop this affair, it is best achieved under our roof.
You do something terrible and you'll be acting innocent.
What are you going on about?
Don't ask me that question again. You couldn't even control yourself in the presence of our visitors.
What are you accusing me of, woman?
My son, I don't know how serious you are with my daughter. But there's something that needs to be done urgently before you move any further.
Anything, just anything, just say it. I'm ready to do anything.
There is a spell that needs to be removed.
A spell?
Family forever. The story of our lives.
You see what I just said? Here you see.
What kind of a cross of a sister is this?
But why are you not happy for her? She now has a car.
Will you shut up?
Sarah, the way I'm looking at you want to end up in hell, Abby?
No. But Grandma, you just said something.
What?
You said that girls that follow men on Facebook and BB will never have good things.
Yes, but I said it, and I will still say it.
But is a car not a good thing?
Yeah.
Have you not been praying for Uncle Jai to buy one for you since?
Just shut up!
What are you doing here?
Amaka, me? You asking me what I'm doing here?
Yes.
Your phone has not been available for 2 days now.
I have flushed the SIM card down the toilet.
God. But why?
Because I bought that number specially for you.
I can't. I don't understand.
It's over.
What?
I beg, now Latin at the talk. I said it's over.
No, Amaka, what did I do? Come on, please.
Please stop embarrassing me. Please, just leave.
No, Amaka, no, I need an explanation, please. What did I do?
Nothing.
God. Amaka, we have a future here. I've told my mom about you. Believe me.
Well, please. I have an appointment to catch up with. If you don't mind, please leave.
In that case, then, let me drop you off.
Hello.
A car?
My car.
Oh, congratulations. So you have a car?
Mm-hmm. My boyfriend bought me a car. He's not a Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram boyfriend, but a real boyfriend.
A boyfriend?
Yes. Oh, please, be a gentleman and shut the door after you.
Be very careful.
I am.
And try to bring somebody home.
Don't I bring them home before?
Bring your husband home, not all these internet men that you hang out with.
Okay, Mama, I've heard. I need to quickly get to the mall to get something.
Now that you're going to the mall, please get my body cream. Okay. The one I have here is finished.
No problem. I will.
Don't stay long.
Yes, ma.
Amaka, don't go yet. Please, drop me off at the church.
Yes, and me too.
I'm going for a video.
You people should be ready to buy fuel.
That is not a problem.
Madam,
come. Let me hear what somebody come in.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Detective Mark, and that's my colleague there, Sergeant Richard. I'm from the FCID.
You're in the wrong house.
We can never be in the wrong house. Our tracker just tracked down a stolen car here.
Stolen
car?
Car?
Yes.
Here?
Please, who is the owner of the black car outside?
Loma.
We'll go later.
We'll go later.
Mama, please, I'm sorry, come back. Come back, Mom.
Did they tell you I'm the owner of the car? Ask her mother, she will tell you who the owner is.
Yes.
Nisho! I'm going to go back and tell you.
Next, on Family Forever.
Mommy, which one is this one again?
Uncle Jaya, grandma is need to know.
Hey.
It prolongs life.
Mama, where did you hear that one?
She read it in the Bible.
Hey, Sarah. Blasphemy is a sin.
Well, you said...
I said the Bible says that the work of your hand giveth life.
I have stories to tell.
The small boy kicked me to open fire on me, so...
Delighted to extend his heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Ali Umagatika Dawamako, on the conferment of the prestigious honorary doctorate degree, honoris causa in political science by the Senate of the Federal University, Dus Imma, Katsina State. This well-deserved recognition is a testament to your lifelong dedication to democratic principles and your distinguished service to our great nation. Your impactful contributions to Sokoto State as a devoted public servant, deputy governor, and as a democratically elected governor for 8 years have left an indelible mark on the development and well-being of our people. This honor is also a recognition of your unwavering support for education sector, particularly in the advancement of tertiary institutions across our country. May your legacy of service continue to inspire many more people, and may you be blessed more with strength and wisdom to achieve even greater heights in your esteemed career. Congratulations once again on this distinguished award. Signed, Right Honorable Bello Muhammad Gorenyo, Esquire, Honorable Minister of State for Works.
Well, creativity is so broad. I would say whatever it is that you're creative about, it takes a lot of practice before you become very good. So if it's something you intend to pursue, it's something you have to keep doing. You have to keep practicing. It's not going to be an overnight success, which a lot of people look for. But if it's something you're determined about, but the drawback rather, is that you need what is called staying power. While you're developing your creativity, you need to earn a living. So I know that's where the conflict usually comes in, especially with the hardship in the country and all that. But I think a lot of encouragement from the private sector to create incubator hubs. We've had some of those in tech. We need those across various sectors as well. incubator hubs where these ideas can come in, be developed, be encouraged, be funded, and then we can expand it from there.
Content creation, while it may sometimes get a bad rap, I think it's actually very important because we have to see ourselves. We have to see ourselves living our lives. We have to show and share our stories. I think that's very important. Now, the job after that is to be able to digitize those stories into something that can provide data and insights, that can ensure that we can be able to support whole-scale industry in these spaces, to ensure that the amount of money that each content creator is getting exceeds what is currently happening for many content creators. The same content creator who lives in Nigeria will be earning less than a content creator who's living in the US or the UK or Japan. And we've got to also bridge that gap because most of that is being driven by the ability of the consumers to pay for those goods and also the pricing that many of these platforms have. So I think this is not the job for the content creators and the young people. This is a job for people like myself in the ecosystem who can help support the right pricing, to advocate for the right policies, to support economic development for consumers who want to consume that information and that content. And even beyond content creation, we're seeing that many people are stepping in behind the camera. They are producers, editorial, they are graphic designers, they are in technology, but maybe not in front of the camera. And what we want to say is also, we need those people too. We need those stakeholders involved. And the job of many policymakers, DFIs, is to ensure that the strategic investments get there, the collaboration gets there, and we're deliberate in how we're saying we want to support innovation in our continent.
There's an age group where your brain function is at its maximum, and that's the age group we call the youth, isn't it? So we need the youth, the younger generation who have the energy, the imagination to be equipped with the proper education, the proper tools, the proper encouragement, and then take what innovation they bring out and turn it into mainstream developmental ideas. So you find a lot of things that are invented by people in school or straight out of school. We need our patent laws to work so that they can earn a living from their imagination. Once the imagination is just for a one-year festival or an event, then it's not worth it. Somebody creates something, we need to get our patent laws to work, we need to enforce them, and then the private sector can use those patents to develop things and encourage more people to be more creative. Back in the days, yes, you had to be an engineer, a lawyer, a doctor. Today we have programmers, we have AI specialists, we have people that are doing ethics on genetics. Those things didn't exist 50 years ago. So there are new areas that need to be explored. The question really, apart from the parenting, does our educational curriculum cater for what the needs of the world will be in the next generation? Because our curriculum is dealing with the issues of the past. We need the government and the private sector to redo the entire educational curriculum to be forward-focused, not retroactive.
Good evening. It's always a pleasure to have you join us on Newsline. It's amazing how time flies. Can you believe we're just 58 days away from the year 2025? And each year brings its unique touch. And as we approach the new year, we hold on to the hope that 2025 will usher in fresh opportunities and, of course, brighter moments. But tonight, we're celebrating the beauty of life's milestones, those special moments that connect us all through whether joyous birthdays, meaningful transitions, or even vibrant community celebrations. Now, we also have uplifting tales that embody hope and renewal, showcasing how communities are thriving against the odds and, of course, embracing new beginnings. So, please sit back, relax over a cup of tea, or preferably coffee, as we dive straight into a night filled with inspiration and celebration right here on Newsline. But first, let's check in on Mina Daniels, who is on the news segment tonight. Hey, Mina, before you dive into the news, I have to ask, are you a fan of birthday celebrations, or do you prefer to keep your age a secret?
Not at all, Claire. I can never trade my birthday for anything. And why keep a secret? I mean, how am I going to enjoy all the cakes and all the parties? Not at all. Thank you so much.
Get on with the news then.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the news. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, and some members of the National Assembly were on a two-day tour of the ongoing Lagos-Calabar coastal road construction and beneath the 11.8-kilometer section of the third mainland bridge. Lanre Bele reports that the delegation expressed satisfaction with the level of work done.
The tour of the project started with the Minister of Works taking the National Assembly members round the first segment of the 700 kilometers Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway.
Traveling this way, down to Ekpe, down to across so many states, up to Calabar, is a game changer.
The lawmakers also monitored the commencement of major repairs and restoration work underneath the third mainland bridge. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, revealed that human and marine impact over the years had caused corrosion of pipe casings, thinning of bridge bearings, and many more necessitated.
Chlorination is the ability of the pipe cap to absorb the, chloride water, and that is what is attacking the rod inside. These bridges are critical infrastructure, and we must see it as such as Nigerians.
Other projects inspected during the tour were the Eco Bridge, Kata Bridge, and Marina. The minister also met with the contractors handling the projects, where he requested that a 1-hour documentary on all the repair works be done in 7 days and will be presented to the President and the National Assembly for allocation of funds to enable smooth completion of the ongoing major repairs. In Lagos, Lanre Bilayi, NTA News.
And the federal government continues to seek public understanding and support for its policies by avoiding politicizing critical government decisions aimed at providing strong base for the nation's economy. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, visited the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, Kaduna, where he reiterated this call. Clement Oloruntoba has the details.
The minister, who was received at the premises of NTA FRCN by the management of both organizations, featured on FRCN Current Affairs program, Hanun Deyawa, and later NTA Kaduna Current Affairs program, to spell out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's policies thrust to Hausa-speaking communities in the country. The minister noted that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu meant well for Nigerians with the introduction of some policies which are vital for development.
We ask for resilience of Nigerians that they are known for already. We ask for support. We ask for the depoliticization of the policies of government so that Nigerians can benefit from them. The president means very well. So much is happening around the country in various sectors. And I know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is desirous of moving Nigeria forward on the path of sustainable prosperity that he has assured Nigerians he is going to take them from the beginning.
On the economic policies of government, the minister highlighted some positive results, which he said are obvious for citizens to see.
Nigeria is a very resilient country, and we do believe that we're going to, at the end of the day, turn the corner and will be on our march to sustainable prosperity.
The minister advised Nigerians not to be discouraged on what government will bring to the people for onward developments. In Kaduna, Clement Oloruntoba, NTA News.
And in Enugu State, Uhafo Nome community in Nkano East local government area now have 24-hour power supply with the inauguration of a 100 kWp solar hybrid mini-grid federal government project. This is in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu centered on inclusive development. Comfort Aim was at the inauguration ceremony performed by Governor Peter Mba alongside team from the Rural Electrification Agency.
Enugu State is one of the fastest growing states in Nigeria with an increase in the growth of businesses. The Rural Electrification Agency, REA, has recorded its impact in the state. And for the people, this sustainable energy project is not just about electricity, but also empowerment and progress for a community noted for farming, which has been hindered by lack of reliable power supply and poor road network.
We have seen the light. The one they give us is free, but now they have brought prepared meter.
This new power supply has brought a lot of relief and happiness to millions of thousands and millions of our people.
Representative of the Managing Director, REA, says the REF has aided the deployment of over 50 solar mini-grid nationwide with the aim of promoting safe and sustainable energy solutions to mitigate the effects of climate change.
The commissioning today comes at a time when there is a strong call for action on promoting safe and sustainable energy solutions to mitigate the effort of climate change and reduce greenhouse emissions.
Performing the inauguration, Governor Peter Mba represented stated that the project provides the state the capacity to create SMEs and enhance the living standard of the people.
Our heartfelt gratitude to the Rural Electrification Agency for their unwavering commitment to bridging the energy gap in Nigeria, particularly on served and underserved communities.
The power projects under the Rural Electrification Fund 2 comprises 256 solar panels, 2 inverters, 26 battery bank and internet device to ensure optimal performance. In Enugu, Comfort, Aim, NTA News.
Kogi State has been rated among states in the north with a number of ACACEL's sustainable landscape interventions following prompt payment of its counterpart funds. Charles Arthur reports that the World Bank and the federal government special implementation support team was at the Ankpa Gully Erosion Stabilization Site for an on-the-spot assessment.
Erosion for years has been one of the major causes of displacement of people living along the corridor in Ankpa local government area of Kogi State. But after the Agriculture State Project Management Unit received additional 600 million naira to the 400 million naira already on ground as counterpart funding, it was no surprise the extent work has gone when the Special Implementation Support Team of the federal government and the World Bank embarked on a site inspection.
We are impressed so far with the work on the ground. Our only comment will be to speed up the implementation.
The quality of work done here is world class. We're happy to report that the contractor is living up to the specifications that we so designed.
The project has recorded successful execution of the Safe Life for Enabo and 300 water harvesting projects for dry season farming in Ankpa communities. After Governor Ododo flagged off the first phase of the Community Revolving Fund, about $250,000 was disbursed to 20 CIGS in 10 communities, with a total of 208 beneficiaries. The project has also supported farmers at the watershed with 30 hand-holding tractors and irrigation pumps to increase agricultural production and income generation. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu congratulates Hannatu Musawa, Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, on her milestone 50th birthday. The president applauds her unique choice to celebrate the golden age quietly by giving back to the community and visiting orphanages and IDP camps disguised in a booker. This gesture, he says, reflects her commitment to service and compassion. Joining her family, friends, and colleagues, President Tinubu honors Musawa's remarkable career as a lawyer and human rights activist dedicated to advocating for fairness and social justice. He encourages her to leverage her charismatic, responsive leadership to strengthen the relationship between the government and the dynamic creative sector. And amidst growing concerns about dwindling reading habits among Nigerian youth, a call to action is resonating at the Authors Event and Book Fair Festival in Kaduna. Parents are being urged to prioritize instilling a love of reading in their children, recognizing its crucial role in navigating a rapidly evolving world. Adamu Sunday reports on the ongoing efforts to empower the next generation with the gift of literacy.
Francis Bacon famously said, "Reading maketh a fool man." Yet, in our era of smartphones and social media, the cherished act of reading and buying books seems to be waning, contributing to a worrying trend of academic laziness among students. Recognizing this alarming situation, authors from across Nigeria gathered in Kaduna for a critical dialogue, the impact of writing in solving the socio-economic problems of northern Nigeria. This conference aimed to explore how the power of writing can be harnessed to address the multifaceted challenges facing the North and ultimately the entire nation.
These youths that are coming up now, they don't even know the value of reading a book. If you tell a child not to read a 200-page novel, you have given him an assignment that he will be going up and down about.
Students now read only to pass examinations, unlike before, when students read to acquire knowledge.
Proper upbringing, having enough time with the children, is part of what inculcate reading habit as part of our culture.
The participants, a diverse group of stakeholders, echoed a powerful message. Writers hold the key to unlocking situations. They asserted that the creative and analytical minds of authors, equipped with the potent tool of writing, can illuminate the path towards a better future for northern Nigeria and the country as a whole.
Writing can really go a long way because, one, it will expose the problems to the larger society, and then it will attract the necessary intervention.
Writers must write purposefully. They must have target audience.
This gathering served as a rallying cry, calling upon writers to leverage their skills to tackle pressing social and economic issues. In Kaduna, Adamu Sunday, NTA News.
And there is an urgent need for a national information policy as a foundation to guide ethical and responsible broadcasting across Nigeria. This is coming from the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, SNB, which emphasized that such a policy would ensure the consistent and fair dissemination of accurate information to the public, equal access to reliable information across all regions of Nigeria, including rural areas, media independence, balanced with accountability to support the industry's role in national development. Rising from its National Executive Committee meeting held in Lafia, Nasarawa State, the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters expressed readiness to collaborating with government bodies, regulatory authorities, and private sector partners to advocate for these priorities, aimed to create a broadcasting environment that serves the public interest, supports the nation's development goals, and upholds the integrity of Nigerian media on both local and international platforms. While recognizing the risks associated with the profession, the society called for stronger security measures to protect broadcasters, including physical security for those working in challenging or high-risk environments, as well as cybersecurity measures to protect data and broadcasting infrastructure from digital threats, safeguarding the integrity of information. The SNB reiterated its commitment to the welfare and continuous professional training programs to equip broadcasters with skills in emerging technologies, ethical journalism, and industry best practices. The body appealed to government at all levels to provide appropriate incentives to media houses to ameliorate the unbearable cost of energy that has forced some broadcasting stations to reduce hours of transmission. The Director General of the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, Captain Alex Bade, and the Chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Aviation and Aerospace Technology, Abiodun Akinlade, have visited the accident site of the Sikorsky SK-76 helicopter to oversee the progress of recovery and investigation operations. The helicopter, operated by East Wind Aviation, ditched off the coast of Borno on October 24, 2024. While transporting 8 individuals since the accident, the Director General of the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, Captain Alex Bade, with support from local and international partners, has coordinated a search and recovery mission to locate the wreckage and examine the circumstances of this tragic event. Both officials reaffirmed government's commitment to a transparent and thorough inquiry into the accident to improve transport safety in Nigeria. And troops of Operation Fansa Yamma in the northwest have arrested a notorious terrorist leader known as Abubakar Bawa Ibrahim, alias Abu Dogo, in Rumji village in Lela LGA of Sokoto. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, in a statement, reveals that Abu Dogo is a wanted terrorist on the watch list of security agencies both in Nigeria and the Niger Republic due to the transborder nature of his terrorist activities. Similarly, troops in the southeast arrested 7 IPOB ESN terrorist commanders and operatives. During the period under review, troops neutralized 187 terrorists, arrested 262 of them, rescued 147 kidnapped victims, and recovered arms. The bid by members of an international drug syndicate that operates between Brazil, Ethiopia, and Nigeria to smuggle into Lagos a total of 845 wraps of cocaine has been thwarted by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja. Sawa Khalil Ibrahim has details of these and other NDLEA activities during the week.
The drug consignment worth 4,492,000,000 naira were recovered from 2 toilets of an aircraft from Addis Ababa to Lagos on Tuesday, 29th October 2024. No fewer than 30 suspects have so far been grilled in connection with the seizure. In the same vein, attempt by some drug trafficking syndicates to export large amount of cocaine, cannabis and tramadol concealed in body cream containers and pieces of artwork to Australia, United Arab Emirates and United Kingdom through some courier companies in Lagos were also blocked by NDLEA on Monday, 28th October 2024. In the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, a suspect was arrested with 147,000 pills of tramadol concealed in black nylon bags containing plumbing materials. A notorious drug dealer who has been on the watch list of Katsina State Command of NDLEA was on Wednesday, 30th October, arrested with consignment of Arizona, a strain of cannabis. Other suspects were arrested with different types and quantity of illicit substances in Abuja. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
Zamfara State Government is re-strengthening collaboration with the relevant stakeholders to effectively address the humanitarian crisis resulting from the security challenges bedeviling the state. Jamilu Ibrahim has more. We apologize for that system error. We now take some global reports. All right, since that one is taking some time too, Bade is here, so let's hit the sports ground.
Many thanks, Mena. All right, let's begin with Commonwealth Handball, as the Secretary General of the Commonwealth Handball Association, Seydou Jibril, says the future looks bright for Nigeria in handball, especially in the Commonwealth, with the country taking the lead in many fronts, including in the area of innovations. Jibril, who is also a board member of the Handball Federation of Nigeria, says a redesigned format of 4x4 handball is in the works as the CHA tries to actualize their dream of having a handball exhibition at the next Commonwealth Games in Scotland, CAM 2026. Moving on, Remo Stars are back atop the Nigeria Premier Football League standings following a slim 1-0 win over Lobby Stars in Sunday's match day 10 encounter in Ikene. Remo Stars are level on points with Rivers United, who lost the top spot after losing at relegation-threatened Ikorodu City. Okanemi Warriors remain the only undefeated team in the league this season as they took their run to 10 games with a 2-1 win over Katsina United. Reigning champions Rangers International won 2-0 against Nasarawa United. Kano Pillars beat Plateau United 2-1. Bendel Assurance and Heartland won away from home with Bayelsa United and Eyimba International playing 1-1. Now to the Italian Serie A, where Ademola Lookman won't stop scoring as he netted twice and was the man of the match. Evidently, it was Lookman's show. Right, let's move to the English Premier League, where Manchester United have made their worst start to a Premier League season, and of course that was confirmed on Sunday as they were forced to a 1-0 draw by Chelsea at Old Trafford in the marquee fixture of the weekend with just 12 points won. This is United's worst return after 10 games of a league campaign since the 1986-1987 season, while their total of 9 goals is the fewest at this stage of a league campaign since 1973 to 1974 season. In the other match played Sunday, Dominic Solanke scored twice as Tottenham rolled back from a goal down to thrash top 4 rivals Aston Villa 4-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And of course, with that, we're done with sports. Let's now return to Mina and of course Claire. Captain Claire is waiting by one side. Were you impressed with Ademola Lookman's show?
Actually, Bade, Ademola has scored again. They should actually go ahead and give him the African Footballer of the Year, don't you think?
I really think so. It keeps showing that, he's the one that deserves it. And of course, Claire, he came 14th when it comes to the Ballon d'Or last Monday.
Well, I don't know how I felt about that. But I know that he's in for the African Player of the Year. But I'd like to talk about the preparation of the Super Eagles, with the Beninois counterpart. What really is at stake? Do you know?
Now, Claire, we just need a point to advance to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. So, and of course, that will be very much interesting. And of course, the Chan Eagles are getting set when it comes to, the Chan qualifiers. So those are the ones coming up, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
And just before, I don't know if Mina has a club. I'm sure you know my club. And my club, Arsenal, is on number 6. 6 on the table. Liverpool is leading. That's on the Premier League table.
I do hope she's not supporting Manchester United.
Mina,
I want to answer that. Thank you so much, Bade. And of course, that wraps up the news segment. But I'm sure Captain Clay is ready because he has a lot of cards to let out of the bag tonight. But that will be after the break.
From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors, we turn dark into light, we make solutions, we ignite passion, yeah. Each ethnicity is unique, we are more than just a nation. We are Nigeria.
I am the real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
Hey Nigeria, ready to breathe cleaner air and save money? Let's talk about gas. Drive with CNG, the smart, cost-effective choice. Fill up for less and travel further. Save money, save the planet. Switch to LPG for cooking. It's cleaner, healthier, and better for environment. Say goodbye to smoke and eye problems. Do you know Nigeria is a gas nation ranked 9th globally with over 209 trillion cubic feet of gas reserve? Gas isn't just for cooking and driving. It powers industries too. Cleaner, cheaper, and more efficient. And the best part, conversion centers are popping up everywhere. It's never been easier to switch to gas. Join the cleaner energy revolution. Choose LPG for cooking and CNG for your vehicles. Clean energy for brighter future. This message is brought to you by the Office of the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, supported by the Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA.
Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop and is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up.
I'm in love. No, with you, of course, my darling.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
Even when you need to clear your eyes, or when you need to have the break time, if not tea, Papa Garita. Kivo Crema, Kivo Crema, Kivo Crema, Kivo Crema.
Good time moments with Kivo Crema.
Kivo Crema. If not tea, Papa Garita. Kivo.
All right, welcome back to Newsline. Let's quickly get back on the line, and I'd like to take you behind the tough walls of Nigeria's custodial centers, where inmates see only the end of the road. But a different story is emerging to be told. Here, chains turn into threads of hope, and dreams that seemed lost find a way to soar again. Let's join Victor Azo as he takes us beyond the bars, sharing real-life stories of resilience and the people who are rewriting their narratives, displaying the incredible strength of second chances.
Behind these cold steel walls, time stands still. But inside, some find new horizons, building, dreaming, and reshaping their destinies.
Chinwendu Hart, at 34, has spent 12 years at the Kuje Custodial Center on trial for homicide. My gravest mistake, he concedes. In this silenced world, he earned a bachelor's, a master's, and wrote 5 books. Each page, each chapter, a whispered plea for redemption.
National University was introduced to the center, and it was scholarship. So I took that opportunity and I enrolled. I've done my first degree. I have BA in Christian theology, and I've also concluded my master's degree. Right now, I can build a website from the scratch. I learned website development.
Now, calls for his pardon grew into a chorus. Like Chinwendu, Christian Picado's hope faded when those gates closed. Yet, in thread and needle, he stitched a future anew. Tailoring taught him not just to mend fabric, but to weave brighter tomorrows.
I studied entrepreneurship and business management. So from there, I was unable to finish it. My case finished before my graduation. So coming out I was given opportunity to be going there until I studied and finished. I have my BSc. This work I am doing here is there that I have learned it. I'm also an artist.
His skills earned him freedom and degrees. Now, his tailor shop in Lugbe sows resilience into the fabric of his family life, a vibrant thread in a tangled world. Ehimel Sahon found light in learning. 5 daunting years for distributing cannabis could eclipse any hope, but he refused to succumb. Through the inmates' education program, he earned a master's and embarked on a PhD journey, tuition-free, even after his release.
Immediately I left the 4 walls of the correction, an NGO picked me up, gave me accommodation, and gave me a job. But barely a year and 6 months, we could not continue, so I was asked to go. Though the NGO accommodated me till early this year.
But without a job, his dreams are at risk of unraveling. His wife, once his anchor, has left with the kids, broken by his continued struggles. He now grapples with a new kind of loneliness. In a country where more than 70% of inmates are confined for non-violent offenses, the real measure of our humanity is in how we welcome them back.
They have paid their dues. Now they need an opportunity to show us who they have become.
Christian and Ehime tasted freedom within these confines long before they physically left. Now, it's upon us to look beyond their past and see the future they have fought for.
Fantastic. I'm so emotional about it, and it just goes to show that every setback in our lives is just a chapter. It doesn't tell our whole story. And of course that everyone has the potential to change. Thank you, Victor, for bringing us this story on Newsline. Now, as the sun gradually dips away from the glare of the horizon, the city of Abuja takes on a new life. And they say life is sweeter under the stars and city lights. Of course, and nowhere is that more true than here in the heart of our nation's capital. After the hustle of the work week, the weekend offers a chance to unwind, rejuvenate, and of course reconnect. And Serafina Okonumekwe takes us on a journey through Abuja's nightlife, where, according to her, the good vibes meet the realities of our book. Let's.
Dimly lit lounges covered in the soft glow of streetlights host the clink of glasses filled with shimmering cocktails, while laughter rises in waves. Every glass raised is filled with signature spirits, every plate adorned with gourmet delights. Friends, family, and lovers gather to unwind, savoring one bite, one sip, one story at a time. Moments that will linger on after the night has faded. For many, Abuja's nightlife isn't just fun. It's an escape, a brief yet necessary getaway from the everyday hustle and bustle. Beneath the moonlight, people find peace reconnecting with each other. Inside Abuja's nightclubs, the energy is electric. The music pulsates through the air, and lights flash across the dance floor. Weekend revelers, performers, and fun seekers move to the rhythm, their eyes gleaming with the promise of a night to remember. This is what we live for. One reveler told me, the weekend is when the real magic happens.
Abuja people like good life, they like good things, they like to do good. So the nightlife in Abuja has really improved over time and has got to the top notch. So I can say that Abuja nightlife is competing even with Lagos right now.
That's hot, hot. Hot, 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 hot.
You're having the hot vibe.
Yeah, hot, hot vibe.
Friday usually is hot, every Friday in Abuja, or just once in a while?
No, every Friday.
The nightlife, I think, is good, especially now that there's no too much insecurity around the FCT. You know, I think people are really coming out in the night to have a good time.
But the nightlife in Abuja isn't just confined to cozy corners and cocktail lounges alone. In Wuse, something unexpected caught my eye. A football pitch lit up like a stadium, with players racing across the field as though the night had just begun. They call themselves Friends, a group that has met here for almost a decade. Late-night football is more than a game, it's therapy, a way to clear the mind and recharge the spirit, all under the stars. Why at night, I asked one of the players. He smiled and said, because here, in the quiet of evening, the world feels still and we can breathe.
So we do play at nights, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, from 9 to 11 p.m. And it actually helps us because it helps keeps us fit.
It's a competitive game, as you can see. Each person has 7 balls to pot before potting black. So the game mentally is fun. It's a way of relaxation.
My journey didn't stop there. From the peaceful streets of Kubwa, Dutse, to the lively centers of Gwarimpa, Wusetu, and Jabi, I traversed the city discovering the alluring diversity of Abuja's nightlife. Each area has its own unique flavor. The thrill of driving through dark patch roads with no street lights added a sense of adventure for me, but pockets of vibrant nightlife glittered in the night. But despite the excitement, not all businesses are thriving. While some enjoy high patronage, others struggle to stay afloat, pointing to the economy as a culprit for low turnout.
Before this place, you see people waiting for fish, pepper soup, having their drinks. But now, there's just few customers you see that do come. And mostly people prefer to do takeaway. They don't sitting out, I don't know, maybe for security reasons.
Before, parties was very high, most especially this Friday. With the nightclub, people eat a lot. But now, even the men, you see them coming, it's only them, they don't carry head up. Before you see them, some will carry 3-4 gears along. But now you see some, only them or one.
Some have also noted the fierce competition in the entertainment sector. Only those who adapt and apply technology to innovate manage to stay ahead of the curve.
We're a community that loves hospitality, that loves to give people an experience that's different from the usual. And so when you hear the word Ontario, it's called Timeless Nights and Endless Memories.
One of the busiest streets in the FCT. It's called Gariki Village. It's a commercial hub for all kinds of businesses, from food, drinks, anything you desire. It's about 3 a.m. right here, and it's as if it's just noon. Nobody's in a hurry to, retire home. Unlike some spots we have actually visited, that at 10, they've shut their gates.
From the laughter that bounces off the walls of rooftop lounges to intensity of football matches played under the stars, one thing is certain: when night falls, Abuja, the heart of the nation, truly beats as one.
Fantastic. Different strokes for different folks. Now, my director, actually, Rikoto, said, Nadia, our money, they finish. Meaning that's where we spend our money. But let me tell you, if you think Abuja is just a political capital, you better think twice. Because when the sun goes down, trust me, Abuja has a way of keeping the fun in more ways than will surprise you. But you only need to seek it out. Thank you, Serafina. Let's take you now to Ungwa Road in Aba, Abia State, a well-known and bustling commercial hub. Yet, the mere mention of its name sends shivers down the spines of many residents and, of course, commercial traders. But beyond rural electrification, life on Ungwa Road is a daily struggle, I can tell you, marked by unrelenting hope for government intervention. Our correspondent, Ikechu Kundukwe, visited Ungwa Road, and here's what he brought back for Newsline Now.
Ungwa Road is a slum housing thousands of hard-working Nigerians. Without work, there is nothing to feed on, making many, including children, to learn trade or hawk, many of them not properly educated. Cecilia Okborie is a woman in her early 60s. She has been living in the Ingwa Road slum since her teenage years till now. She's yet to witness government intervention, at least in the area of road construction and public utilities, but has continued to struggle for life. From being a single young girl to a married woman with kids, struggle for life is same, with no government in sight.
This side, there's nothing have happened to this side. We have not looked at township, because if you come into township, there is so many things that make it to township. But this place be like abandoned property, because people are, in this area are suffering from so many diseases, mosquito, malaria, all these diseases have been affecting us because of the bad environment we are living.
Though many of their skills found themselves in major markets in the city, residents want government to tackle road construction, public amenities, and support SME development in the area.
All right, you're watching Newsline. It's time for us to step out a bit for some commercials. Please don't go away. We have more interesting stories for you tonight.
The government of Nigeria warns vandals of national assets, electricity transmission towers, cables, and other facilities to desist from this act of sabotage. Vandalism is a serious crime punishable under the law. Vandalizing electrical equipment will affect millions of Nigerians, including your loved ones. Remember that national assets belong to all of us, hence the need to protect them. Report all cases of suspicious movement around electrical facilities to security agencies. When you see something, say something. This message is from the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation in collaboration with the National Counter-Terrorism Center, NCTC, Office of the National Security Advisor.
Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop and easy to stir. Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up.
I'm in love. No, with you, of course, my darling.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
Every Nigerian mom knows everything is so expensive. Every naira needs to work harder. That's why I always go back to So Clean.
New So Clean with Snow Powder Tech. The powder is finer.
So it dissolves easier, foams faster, and cleans better.
Every grain works for you. Nothing's wasted.
New So Clean detergent with Snow Powder Tech. Every grain works for you.
Dear Nigerians, we need you to join us in sanitizing the Nigerian advertising space. The spate of advertisement on the online media space is not only worrisome, but have negative effects on our health, culture, religion, values, and life as Nigerians. This has been due to unverified claims, misinformation, disinformation, superlative advertisement, etc. Many people have lost their hard-earned income due to fraudulent advertisements. Many are suffering medical and critical health issues. Some advertisements have abused our religion, cultural beliefs, and some have used pornography in advertisements against the Nigerian Code of Advertising, among other challenges. We cannot continue to allow this to impact our lives, values, and our economy negatively. ARCON is the Federal Government Regulatory Council of Nigeria, set up to regulate the Nigerian advertising industry. We need your support to promote responsible and ethical advertising.
All right, welcome back, and you're watching Newsline. Let's turn our attention now to the Asian kingdom of Benin, known for its rich traditions and grandeur. Imagine the vibrant colors and radiance of a royal celebration, especially when it's a double for Oba Iware II, marking 8 years on the throne and, of course, celebrating his birthday. Now, it was truly, truly a spectacular occasion, and our correspondent, Anli Okolo, was there to bring us the highlights in our next report.
The entrance of a king revered and trusted by his people. 8 years of being a ruler and God King of the Edo people. His people have nothing but praise for him.
The leadership that you have started giving beyond the kingdom, may God continue to bless it so that they will say, it was when our Oba visited here, peace came.
Since he has ascended to throne, he has brought progress to Edo. We respect our Oba. This is the only thing, the Benin Kingdom, that we are proud of, and we cannot toy with it.
It's been 8 years of peace, 8 years of remarkable achievements, 8 years of building bridges across Edo State, across Nigeria.
The 8-year commemorative service happens to fall on his birthday as well. Little wonder the line of dignitaries, groups, here all to felicitate with him. The Oba is happy that his years on the throne has earned him the love and trust of his people. Earlier in the week, the monarch hosted the Emoro Festival in the palace, where the doors of the palace were thrown open to Edolites to wine and dine with him.
We wish him God's wisdom to know at all times what to do for the people, how to do it, and when to do it.
The Benins are looking forward to more years on the throne for Oba Iware II, whom they say has not just brought a vibrance to the Edo culture, but also positioned the monarchy as a lead in cultural heritage preservation and tourism.
About Tokwe is congratulations. And in a country where the average life expectancy for a woman is more than 50, 56 actually, clocking 80 is nothing short of an incredible milestone, one that calls for a moment of reflection and, of course, gratitude for God's grace. And 80 years is indeed remarkable for a woman like Olori Onikekpo Olufumike Akonde, whose life journey transcends family boundaries. She's not only a trailblazer in male-dominated industries, but also a woman who embodies grace seamlessly, blending beauty with brains. Adejoke Odeka captured the glitz and glamour of this celebration for us here on Newsline.
Acknowledging the value of a person who has over the years nurtured, influenced, and inspired others for the greater good and to encourage the younger generation to live impactful lives is important. These were words used to describe the contributions of Olori Onikekpo Olufumike Akonde.
She was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. She's a very focused human being.
The celebrant, Olori Onikekpo Olufumike Akonde, was honored by dignitaries, including the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by the wife of the Vice President of Nigeria, Hajia Nana Shatima, wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, captains of industry, current and former government functionaries.
A woman who has not only been a pillar in our society, but also a trailblazer for women in leadership, business, and governance.
She's an inspiration to most of Nigerian women. She combined career and her family life.
She's an epitome of beauty, a paragon, and apart from that, a very intelligent, humble personality.
Pray for her that God will make her to get to more further years with more health, good health and prosperity.
If you see mommy, you will learn a lot of things from her. I wish her happy 88th birthday.
To turn 80, I think that calls for celebration. So, in coming in here today is to celebrate with her and thank God for His faithfulness over her life.
Family and friends reminisced lovely times spent with the celebrant while appreciating her service and commitment to humanity. A role model in every aspect of life she is, they said.
She's not just beautiful, she is brilliant, she's hardworking.
She's always been very supportive, and she's a role model to all we ladies.
For the octogenarian and wife of Oba Adebayo Akonde, who holds the title of being Nigeria's first female Minister of Industry and the second female president of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, celebrating her 80th birthday, surrounded by family and friends, is a dream come true.
I feel extremely happy. I'm excited because I've always looked forward to being 80. Today is a working day, and for them to be here to honor me, God will continue to honor and bless all of them.
Her prowess on the dance floor is not in doubt as popular musician Flavor entertained. Behold the magnificent pastry artistic piece as the celebrant, who looks much younger than 80, flanked by her husband, Oba Adebayo Akonde, cuts the cake.
Grace, honor, long life. BJ, let's go.
Olori Onikepo Akonde, the Iyalade Iyalode of Ibadan land, an accomplished economist, accountant and industrialist, is a fulfilled woman whose audacity will forever inspire lives, both in the private and public sector. She was a director of Nikon and the Nigeria Industrial Development Bank, NIDB, now known as the Bank of Industry, BOI, and many more.
Did you see the grace, elegance, and agility of an 80-year-old woman? It would appear that life no longer begins at 40. Congratulations, ma'am. Now, and I'm very glad to tell you that we have Meduguri on our lineup. But let's take you to the liberation of Monguno from Boko Haram in 2015, which marked a pivotal moment in the town's journey towards recovery. Now, of course, the vibrant local government is home to a bustling beans market, and it attracts merchants from all corners of Nigeria every week. But this market is more than just a trading hub. It's a beacon of hope, resilience, creating wealth for the locals and bolstering the state economy. Now, our Meduguri Zonal Coordinator, Mohammed Abubakar, took time off his busy schedule to take us inside this remarkable market to reveal how it boldly declares to the world that the storm has passed and peace has returned to Monguno.
A typical Saturday in Monguno is a beehive of activity for the locals, most especially around the 40-year-old popular beans market, where intense commercial activity takes place between merchants and dealers of grains, most especially its selling point, which is beans. and other operators of small businesses from the beginning of the day to sunset. Between 35 to 40 trucks loaded with tons of assorted grains, mainly beans, leave Monguno to different parts of Nigeria every market day, not minding the deplorable condition of the road from Maiduguri, a development that can best be described as reassuring and encouraging to the locals and the government, mindful of the fact that it was next to impossible years back owing to activities of Boko Haram. Modu Musaram is the Secretary Beans Sellers Association Monguno.
Initially, millet used to be the selling point of this market, but beans have now become the most common grain being sold. All through the period, Monguno was under the control of Boko Haram. Social and economic activities were halted. We attribute the bumper harvest recorded this year to the huge support extended to the farmers by the government, and it has paid off.
Looking at the value chain the market creates, we saw the feeling of those whose means of livelihood is hinged on it.
In a typical day, I get between 10 to 15,000 naira in this market, out of the 15 naira each I made in every sack. In the last 10 years that I have been working here as a laborer, I cannot be specific on the fortunes I have been making. To be honest with you, I cater to the needs of my family, relations, well-wishers, and above all, my parents. I have been coming to Monguno Beans Market 20 years ago. The beans market in Monguno affords a buyer variety of beans to buy and sell to buyers elsewhere. It is a very lucrative business. As a truck driver in more than a decade, I have been coming to Monguno Market for haulage of grains, mainly beans, to different parts of Nigeria. The only time we stopped was when the town, among others in northern Borno, was under the total control of Boko Haram insurgents. There is peace now.
How did the farmers achieve this feat in spite of some obvious challenges relating to farming in general in an era ravaged by insurgency is the question put to Sugum Mamele, the Commissioner, Minister of Local Government and Emirate Affairs, Borno State.
The governor, during the rainy season, has assisted them with 10 tractors into each of the local governments. He provided them with diesel. He provided them with fertilizers. He provided them with insecticides.
Well, to appreciate the effort of Borno State government in ensuring food security, one needs to take a trip to a weekly market like this one in Monguno, popularly called Kaswonwake, where in a typical market day, between 25 to 30 trucks leave Monguno town to other parts of Nigeria with loads of beans and even beyond the shores of Nigeria. If the current tempo, where farmers are supported with free transportation, improved seedlings, farm implements and fertilizer is sustained by the government, the much talk about food security is very much possible, not only in Borno State, but Nigeria at large.
Wow. Zedi Kasonwake Monguno is my next destination. Anyway, we're not done with Monguno yet. Our next story from this local government will wow you after the commercial break.
Hello guys, what do you think of my painting?
Huh? Why do you keep hurting our eyes with your funny looking paintings? Why don't you just stop already?
But it took me a week to finish it, Mr. Frumpet.
It's a waste of time, Ivy. This is very bad.
Are you okay, Ivy? I feel so sad when Mr. Frumpet laughs at my art. It makes me want to stop painting altogether.
Shouldn't we do something to help Ivy? Do you know that bullying makes it hard for others to be themselves and share their talents? Tomiwa and Ahmed, when you stay silent, you let bullying continue even though you know it's wrong.
It's not fair, Mr. Frumpet. Ivy's painting is beautiful. She spent a long time making it, and you should respect her talent.
Yeah, even if you don't like it, you can just keep quiet or just walk away.
I am sorry, Nkechi, for bullying. Please, forgive me.
It's all right, Mr. Frumpet. Thank you, everyone. Your words mean a lot to me.
Our acts of kindness and courage can help break the cycle of bullying. It's important to support and stand up for each other. One small action can make a big difference.
Frequent national grid collapses in Nigeria. Could it be sabotage, vandalism, decayed infrastructure, or what? How did we get into the unending grid collapses? Conversation on all these on NTA Tuesday Live, coming up on the 5th of November 2024, including the mitigation strategies. Tuesday Live every week at 10:30 p.m. Inclusive, incisive, and educative. Join us.
Welcome back, and our next story is as captivating as it is intriguing. And of course, it's all about Fulani women, renowned for their stunning beauty and unique lifestyle. And of course, they have an unmatched ability to stay composed, even in the most trying situations where, other ladies from other culture might break under pressure. Of course, every culture has its own beauty, including mine. But in this report, we explore the intricate dressing, agility, and remarkable team spirit. And as a first-time visitor to Monguno Market, again, our Maiduguri Zonal Coordinator, Mohammed Abubakar, was struck by the spectacle and decided to share his experience with us here on Newsline.
A day after the Monguno market was observed, with the visitors mostly women using the exit points of the town to go back to their respective houses, some by foot, some using donkeys, some by carts, while some by camels. These Fulani ladies, gorgeously dressed, one might say, are using this unique way of dressing to send a powerful statement to an onlooker on their sense of fashion that is their exclusive preserve, and it is only seen in a typical market day like this one. More spectacular about the behavior of these classes of people is their agility, as even the women display it in full, and they are seen masterfully controlling a number of donkeys or cattle at the same time so that none of them goes astray. Apparently mindful of the long distances they are to cover before reaching their destination from the market, the weaker ones among them are mounted either on a donkey or cart as observed, a scenario that gives one the feeling that they are indeed rugged by nature. Their introvert nature, or to put it another way, shyness, was in full display, as only few of them managed to volunteer a word or two for NTA.
I'm heading for Mandala after I observed Mongonu Market, though we still have some pockets of security breaches around this area. We are happy with the general security situation compared to what we used to see years back.
Hello.
More revealing about their agility and endurance is the readiness for them to any day, anytime trek long distances, as it has become a way of life for them, not minding age or gender.
Mohammed, Abubakar, thank you. And thank you, Maiduguri Network Center, again for coming through for us here on Newsline. Now, for a moment, I breathe a sigh of relief, thinking that the dry season, of course, is upon us and the agony of flood is behind. But in some communities in Ahada West, in River State, the harsh reality of devastating floods remains. And our correspondent, Ijoma Ugweke, it's glad to see you, Ijoma, takes us through her experience in Ngene.
Located at the river basin of Orash region is Ngene community, whose people are blessed with arable land, which produces cassava, potatoes, plantain, and banana in abundance. A visit to the Mbiama and John Krama communities revealed devastating effects of flooding on crops, as most households were busy harvesting and processing cassava, some of which were not due for harvest, just to prevent the crops from being submerged by the flood. Farmers who have already lost their crops lament that the flood situation has led to reduced crop yield and significant agricultural losses and reserves.
If you go back now, people they pack. Many people don't pack now. Everywhere water, our crops, our cassava, they don't destroy our plantain farm, don't scatter finish.
Na cassava now with the farm. Then now this flood don't come. You don't worry about this our the cassava with the plants now. We don't come out and finish. Then another still hungry, but still come the worry us again. Now waiting there now.
The situation has also raised concerns about food security, particularly in these rural communities known to serve as a major food basket in rivers and other nearby states. Already, lack of access to farmlands and losses being suffered are taking its toll on the people's major source of livelihood.
To waka go bush now, no way to go find food, no way. Water don't chop. Some farm they no feed harvest. Water don't swallow up. They no go feed go bush again. Go come out cassava.
They will also call on federal government to come and dredge the canals. I believe that is the major problem that we are facing this flood. If those canals and the Orashi River will be dredged, I believe that what we are experiencing, even if the flood will come, it will not emerge like what we are experiencing today.
As the Orashi River continues to rise, the people are appealing to the relevant authorities to dredge the river.
Thankfully, the rains are receding, offering some much-needed relief. Thank you, Ijoma, and it's been a while since we heard from your end. We look forward to hearing from you again next week. Now, accidents and emergencies can strike at any moment, and while technology, of course, keeps us connected, it can also distort our priorities. Take, for instance, a situation where an accident occurs. Now, rather than seeking help, some people opt to, snap with their phones, as always, eager to post them on social media for likes and shares. But this troubling trend raises an important question. In our quest for online validation, have we lost our sense of compassion? Ramat Abdullahi explores this disturbing issue in our next report.
People respond to accidents or emergencies differently. While some simply stand and watch without acting, others can be confused and panic or may even act inappropriately. For instance, some persons crazy about content creation on social media might just be concerned about recording the situation to be the first to post it, leaving the victim to battle with their life without offering a helping hand.
The person is wallowing in pain. The person is, looking for assistance and help. But what will you see other people do? Some people, not everybody. We still have a lot of good people. You just go videoing and then you begin to throw it on social media. So I wonder what people benefit from those kind of things. There are a lot of implications to that. You go post something, it's somebody's relation, somebody's father, somebody's mother, somebody's sister. They may not have heard about the incidents. And you quickly go and post it on social media to say, okay, you're the first that posted it.
Because that's what we call misinformation. Someone could record somebody and tag it, this person is dead. And that's what we call shock. A family member who has maybe felt this person was going to work and all of a sudden see the family member or whoso is involved in that emergency online and people are tagging the news dead or these casualties are there, could actually trigger that person to go to shock.
It's something we all have to join hands together and make sure that we will carry out a very good dissemination to the public, that we have to go back to what we are known before. Before, if such a thing happened, you see people running to the person, trying to get the person up, some vehicles even coming to stop to assist you, carry the person to hospital. But opposite is the case now.
Providing psychological support by assuring victims that you are there for them or someone is on the way, experts say, can encourage the victim.
The society requires more of every individual. You know that when you see anybody in an emergency situation, the first thing you should learn, how do I help? Let me call for help. You call 112 or you call 211, whichever one you call. If you call 112, the 112 immediately call the relevant agency.
We are praying that a lot of Nigerians should be eager, or people who can assist, let them be trained on first aid.
Some people think that using social media can also connect victims to experts who can provide help. But these emergency experts believe that doing something physically to provide immediate help or calling for help can rescue the situation better.
You're watching Newsline on the network service of the NTA. We'll return presently. Don't go away.
In a nation where voices unite to shape the future comes a groundbreaking television series that delves into the heart of democracy. Get ready for Reshaping Democracy. Hello, Nigeria. Are you ready to take charge of your democracy? I'm Ayodeji Makide, and I'm thrilled to introduce to you a dynamic television program airing exclusively on the Nigerian Television Authority. Join us as we embark on a journey to explore the pillars of democracy and its impact on everyday life. From discussions with political experts to grassroots movements making waves, Reshaping Democracy is your guide to understanding and participating in the democratic process.
I never know my vote will make a change until I started watching Reshaping Democracy.
This program has opened my eyes to the power of civic engagement. Now I feel empowered to create change.
We invite you to be part of the conversation every Tuesday at 10 in the evening as we navigate the complexities of our democracy and, of course, see how we can contribute to make our country a better one. Don't miss Reshaping Democracy, exclusively on Nigerian Television Authority.
Welcome back. Now, there are moments when the weight of laws feels almost unbearable, reminding us that life is not measured by its duration, but by the legacy one leaves behind. And such was the profound impact of Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, a towering figure in politics, philanthropy, and sports. As President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide, his departure signals the close of an extraordinary chapter. Now, in a deeply sober and somber gathering at the Cathedral Church of St. Matthew at Ikeduru local government area of Imo State, people from all walks of life came together to pay their final respects. Beatrice Ayim was there to witness the farewell to this remarkable and irreplaceable icon.
The burial rites of the late President General Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, commenced with tributes by members of the sociocultural group at its headquarters in Enugu, as well as Lagos State. Days of tributes and service of songs were also held at the National Worship Center, Abuja, and the Cathedral of Transfiguration of Our Lord, Katol, including the Oriental House, where the deceased family members, friends, and associates, the clergy, political class, business associates, and captains of industry paid glowing tributes to the late Iwanyanwu.
We're here today celebrating somebody that has done well for humanity.
For us, we lost a pathfinder.
Also featured were hymns and anthems rendition which the deceased had passion for during his lifetime. Iwanyanwu National, a football club founded by the late Chief Iwanyanwu, which is now Heartland Football Club, also held a novelty match at the Dananyam Stadium, Owerri, to honor its founder. The body of the Igbo leader was later received at the government house by Governor Hope Uzodinma, from where it proceeded for the final burial rites. A funeral service held at the Cathedral Church of St. Matthew in the Ikeju local government area attracted an array of dignitaries, including President Bola Tinubu, who was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Judge Akume, representative of the Senate President, serving and former Southeast governors, APC National Chairman and former Nigeria First Lady, Dame Patience Jonathan, while commiserating with the bereaved family, Igbo State and Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide. President Tinubu described late Iwanyanwu as a nationalist who championed nation building, promoted peace and unity of the country across tribes and religions.
Chief inspired all of us in so many ways.
He was a great soul, a great man.
Somebody that we're all proud of. Somebody that gave us an identity.
To immortalize the Igbo leader, Governor Uzodinma named the new ultramodern International Conference Center after him. In his sermon, the primate and metropolitan of all Nigeria, Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Henry Ndokoba, urged all to live a life of service to God and humanity. The remains of the late elder statesman were interred in his compound. His wife and children, among whom is the Chief Executive Officer and Editor-in-Chief, Champion Newspapers, Wadioto Iyakanwa, speak on the life and times of their late father.
He wasn't just my husband, but he was my friend. He was my father. He treated me like a daughter.
He was my mentor, a spiritual leader.
He loved his people. It's a pity we lost him now when we need his counsel, when we need him more. But God knows best.
The late Ohaneze leader died at the age of 82 and will be greatly missed by his family, the Igbo race, and the nation at large.
Indeed, also the remains of former Deputy Senate Leader and Chairman Senate Committee on Information, Senator Jonathan Sadler Zengina, has been laid to rest in his hometown, Guyuk local government area of Adamawa State. Now, it was a moment of commendation and eulogies for impactful life as signatories across the country gathered to pay their last respect. And we have Simon Asher bringing us this report.
I'm sorry if along the journey I stepped on somebody's toes, I wrongly or willfully or inadvertently or out of error said something, done something, touched somebody in a manner that was offensive. Please do forgive me. As for me and those who have offended me, and many of you are here, I've forgiven all of you.
The history of a great nation lies in the iconic contributions of its heroes past. Hence the nights of commendations and tribute in both Abuja and Yola, as friends, family members, top government officials, captains of industries, among other dignitaries from all walks of life, gathered to share heartfelt tributes in honor of late Senator Jonathan Sadler Zengina for his achievements and contributions to the nation.
Men along the way, like Zengina, had a role to play, and they played it actively to ensure that I got to where I am today.
Zengina's passage brought all his colleagues together. It was amazing. Everybody that ever served in the Senate made his way to his house.
Whatever Zengina did, whether as a leftist scholar and teacher, a director in MAMSA, the Director General of the MQ Abiola presidential campaign, or distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he did so wholeheartedly, zealously, passionately, and effectively.
This follows a service of songs at First Baptist Church Yola in sober reflection for the repose of his soul. His hometown, Guyuk local government area of Adamawa State, was then agog with mourners among other sympathizers as the people pay their last respect to late Senator Zingina for his kindness, generosity, dedication, and impact in the community. Reverend Israel Adeleye Akenje says, death is inevitable and calling the people to live a righteous life for the redemption of their souls in the last day. Governor Ahmad Morfin III of Adamawa State, represented by his deputy, Professor Kaletabawo George Farauta, described the demise of Senator Zingina as a great loss, not only to Adamawa, but Nigeria as a whole.
The remembrance we are here today to remember our late brother calls for our unity.
For the family, it is a moment that will forever linger in their lives as they find solace in his memories.
I can still feel my father's presence in the way things are orchestrated. Where you think it's going to fail or where you think it has ended, something just comes up.
Dust to dust.
Late Senator Jonathan Silas Zungina died, aged 70, leaving behind a wife, 7 children, and 7 grandchildren.
All right, we will cap Newsline tonight with this story that takes me back to my primary school days, when reciting HIP for the hippo brought excitement. However, the hippo in our story has brought pain and despair to its community, endangering lives along the Yoru River. But in response, the Emir of Yoru ordered swift action to restore safety, leading to the unfortunate decision to hunt down the animal. Now, Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa reports on the circumstances surrounding this incident.
Are you wondering why the hippopotamus is the symbol of the Yauri people in Kebbi State? Well, it is because these hippopotamus have thrived in Yauri River for centuries, living in peace with the people of their host communities. The inhabitants of Yauri Emirate cherish these wild animals, showcasing them during festivities and celebrations.
Since I was a child, we used to go to the river. When we go there, they used to come out. We used to play with them.
In fact, the hippopotamus is emblazoned as a symbol on the Emirate throne and palace. However, tragedy struck a few weeks ago when one of the hippopotamus, affectionately known as Shannon Tharki, that's the Emir's cows, attacked and killed 2 people, inflicting various degrees of injuries on some others. The hippopotamus killed one of the Emir's servants and another 70-year-old man. The attacks were becoming incessant and a source of concern to the people of the Emirate, and it was to salvage the situation that the Emir ordered the hippopotamus be hunted down.
It has injured another young man who is still receiving treatment of the General Hospital, Yauri.
I believe this one reacted just because of they have the small ones, and the fisherman tried to go close to them. So the mother tried to protect her kids.
Approximately about 200 skilled fishermen from the Emirate joined forces to kill the hippo. Although the hippopotamus is generally protected in Yauri Emirate, the decision to hunt this one down was a hard one, but action had to be taken to save lives and the riverine communities.
You have a right to go for the fishing, but the small ones and the animals like hippopotamus, crocodile and other things, you have no business with them. Even this one is because it did something to the public, that is why.
After it was killed, it was brought to shore, butchered and distributed according to tradition.
The hippopotamus are not only inhabitants of the Yauri River, but a symbol of the Yauri Emirate Council, without which the annual Yauri Regatta Festival cannot be complete without their display.
Well, that's all we've got for you tonight. I'd really love to hear from you, your thoughts, ideas, and how we can make this show even more inspiring and engaging. Please do drop me a message on my Facebook, X, or WhatsApp. Let's keep the conversation going. And until next Sunday, by God's grace, do have a fantastic week ahead. Stay positive, stay safe, and good night, everyone.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the U-Report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, your access to real-time information.
This is the network service of the NTA.
The confidence is there. Hope is back for Nigeria.
Taking decisions when needed is a hallmark of a leader, and such was demonstrated as President Bola Tinubu's timely directive facilitated the restoration of power to the northern states that experienced a power outage recently. Hello and welcome to Executive Recap about highlighting activities within the topmost corridor of power in the country. I am Musbah and Wahab. Thanks a lot for joining us. 17 northern states were thrown into darkness. No thanks to saboteurs who vandalized the Shiroro-Kaduna transmission lines. But when desperately needed, President Bola Tinubu directed the security agencies to provide an immediate adequate security cover for the personnel of the Transmission Company of Nigeria in order to restore the power supply to the affected states. Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, announced the decision after briefing President Bola Tinubu on the power supply situation in the north.
Fixing a transmission line within 3 days to 5 days, we should finish. That is when you work under standard temperature and pressure, STP. When there are no security threats, when you are sure of your safety in the area. Why it has escalated to this level is because we've not been able to guarantee security of lives of those that will work there. But Mr. President has assured me that he has also instructed the NSA, the Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, and Chief of Air Staff to provide the required security for the people that will fix the demolished line.
As a result of that decision, power has likely been restored to the affected northern states. However, the minister spoke on reasons for incessant collapse of the national grid in parts of the country.
The grid actually was disturbed one time, and we deliberately shut it down the second time because of the explosion of the transformer at Jebba plants. Before this, the last disturbance of the grid was about 4 months ago, which meant that we have been managing the grid. Let me tell you, the truth of the matter is we have old infrastructure. We have a national grid that is more than 50 years old. We have a national grid whose transmission lines are weak. The towers are falling. And the substations, the transformers are old. In fact, the transformer that actually exploded in Jebba was 47 years old. We've been trying to revamp this, to change them, but they cannot all be changed overnight. So it's like you're having a rickety car. You'll be expecting breakdown once in a while. What we continue to do is continue to manage the grid to prevent frequent occurrence of the grid disturbance until we're able to completely overhaul the grid itself. Then we'll have reliable grid. Secondly, we are working on establishing what is called a super grid, which is a backup or failover optional grid. If the national grid has a problem, there will be an alternative route through which power can be transmitted.
The federal government has expressed satisfaction with responses of some state governments who have announced their new minimum wage following the declaration by the federal government. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, who was in the State House to discuss state affairs with President Bola Tinubu, was a significant member of the tripartite committee on the national minimum wage. While reiterating federal government's commitment to the new pay benchmark, the SGF urges the subnationals to ensure implementation.
We're very satisfied with it, and some state governments have started implementing. Others have even gone beyond 70. So I believe that there's no problem with that whatsoever. We applaud those who have started. Those who have not started, we just want to appeal to them to start the payment.
Within the week, President Bola Tinubu expressed further commitments toward ensuring full implementation of its Naira for crude policy for the domestic refineries. It was at a meeting to review the policy's implementation of the State House. President Bola Tinubu said the various players in the oil sector, including the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPCL, and the Dangote refinery should work to improve the economy and the livelihood of Nigerians. The president urged stakeholders to look inward and consider supplying enough petrol and petroleum products for local consumption to stop the persistent reliance on importation, adding that this would enable the channeling of foreign exchange into the development of the real sector. He advised stakeholders to use Afri-Exim Bank as a settlement bank to resolve the Naira pricing for crude and refined products. The meeting, attended by members of the main and subcommittees on the implementation, agreed that the policy should be sustained while all the initial challenges must be addressed to ensure that the policy achieves its desired results. After the meeting, Chairman of the Implementation Committee, Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, and the Chairman of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, revealed that the policy is set to ensure stability in the oil and gas sector with its multiple benefits.
We have in the financial advisor and the financial intermediary a stabilizing factor that will help us to achieve the objective of ramping up stick production of refined products and the sale of those products into the Nigerian economy.
This thing will actually revive also a lot of industries, because industries that are in plastic, industries that are, in cooking gas, which is LPG, industries like aviation. So also industries that will buy, gas oil, not only PMS. When NNPC refineries work going forward, then Nigeria will be actually one of the biggest exporter of petroleum products in history. So today, as we speak, the meeting went extremely very well.
Meanwhile, chairman of the Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, is insisting that his refinery, currently with 420,000 barrels per day refining capacity, is ready to satisfy the local demand of petroleum products, particularly petrol. After the commissioning of the largest refinery in Africa, there have been issues delaying disbursements of products from the refinery. However, Dangote appeals to local marketers to come forth and patronize its refinery as a way to solve the scarcity of petrol in parts of the country.
We are producers. I have a refinery. I'm not in the business of retail. If I'm in the business of retail, then you hold me responsible. But what I'm saying is that the retailers should please come forward and pick. If they don't come forward and pick, what do you want me to do? There's nothing that I can do. So I am expecting either NNPC or the marketers to stop importing. They should come and collect. We have what they need. And, as they remove, I'll be pumping. I don't know whether you understand what it takes to keep 500 million liters inside our tank. It's costing me money. Every day, if I will be able to collect the naira, I can actually charge somebody 32% in interest. So right now, that's what I'm losing. And you are talking about 500 billion. We don't print money. But the issue is that if they come and collect, then you will not see any queues in the filling stations. We have what it takes for them to come and collect. We are not retailers. We also don't have trucks to send. We have a factory where we can load. If they come and pick, they will go and distribute. And they've been doing that with importation. So if they have been doing that with importation, if it's true they are doing 55 million, I see no reason why they won't come and collect our own and distribute.
And President Bola Tinubu has commended members of the armed forces for the progressive success being recorded in the fight against insecurities in part of the country. It was as he launched the 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration emblem appeal of the State House. Another cycle is almost complete for the annual remembrance and celebration of the fallen and living Nigerian veterans. Their service in sustaining the existence and unity of Nigeria continues and certainly much appreciated. So, their welfare, even after service, and that of the families of the departed remain a major concern of Nigerians. The 2025 emblem appeal would start with the endorsement and decoration of the Grand Patron of the Nigerian Legion. This is honoring the past heroes, but the Commander-in-Chief also takes time to recognize the effort of the 7 members currently fighting for the stability of the country.
No matter what economic theory we propagate or postulate, if we have no security, you cannot promote peace and development. I'm grateful to all of you on behalf of the country. Yes, the challenges are still there, but you are the first line of defense for this country. Thank you for your patriotic commitment to Nigerian unity, stability, and progress. We are committed to their values, their principle, their belief, and the unity and stability of this country as we pass on to the next generation a banner without stain.
In the sum of 500 million naira.
And beginning with the Federal Executive Council, National Assembly members and service chiefs, the Nigerian Legion is gaining support in donations to cater for its members in the next fiscal year.
I respectively urge all citizens to obtain and wear the emblem with pride. I also implore every MDA to encourage their staff and visitors to procure and wear the emblems throughout the remembrance period. Be assured that every contribution, no matter the size, will significantly impact the lives of those who have dedicated themselves to safeguarding our freedom.
Today is the first in history of donation by presidents to have this enormous, generous donation for the well-being of the families of the departed heroes. This is an encouragement for those who are in the service to know that even after they left, their families will not be left to be on the street or to be beggars.
The second in command, Vice President Kashim Shettima, National Assembly leaders, the Defense Minister, the service chiefs and heads of security agencies would also be the ambassadors while the appeal and celebration last for the year. Within the week, United States President Joe Biden promised support toward ensuring a permanent seat for Nigeria in the United Nations Security Council. It was during a telephone conversation between President Bola Tinubu and his U.S. counterpart, Joe Biden. In the conversation witnessed by the Foreign Affairs Minister, Yusuf Tugga, the U.S. President commended the Nigerian leader for collaborations between the two countries, particularly in the area of adherence to the rule of law.
With regards to security in Africa and in particular West Africa. And President Biden equally assured that this is a partnership that will continue, and he stated, as a matter of fact, not just once, but at least twice, that the future of the world resides in Africa, which is why it was important for this partnership to continue. And the two leaders also discussed the issue of the permanent seats in the United Nations Security Council. And President Biden once again assured that the United States is committed to seeing Africa having 2 permanent seats, and also reiterated that he does not see any reason why one of those seats should not belong to Nigeria, given its position in Africa, its stature, and its importance.
President Biden also thanked President Tinubu for the release of one of the Binance executives who was facing trial in Nigeria for allegations, including evasion of tax. During the week, President Bola Tinubu was commended for the commitment demonstrated toward actualization of the Sokoto-Badagry superhighway. The 3 senators representing Kebbi State came on a thank-you visit to the president of the presidential villa. Sokoto-Badagry Highway construction project is finally leaving the pages of papers to become a reality, with its flag-off as alternative route to link the north to the southern part of the country. Kebbi State is one of the benefiting states of this highway, which is one of the flagship projects of the Renewed Hope administration. Part of those who understand the prospective benefits of the project are here on a visit to the President. The 3 senators representing Kebbi State. Coming along with them are messages from their people to show appreciation to the President for the commencement of a project which had hitherto remained a mirage.
Started, but it was scuttled.
Former governor of Kebbi State, Adamu Alero, now a senator, saw how the project had suffered lethargy over the years.
Successive administration have failed to do it, and the president has taken the bull by the horn by not only unveiling the construction of this road, but also flagging it within a very short period of time. And this is one road that is so important to the entire northern Nigeria, because it will reduce the number of hours of traveling from Sokoto to Lagos by just about 6 hours. Now, trailers do spend close to about 2 days with their vehicles, normal vehicle, whether it is Mercedes, Peugeot, or what have you, you spend close to about 16 hours.
The team also commended the President for his initiatives, which they say has improved security situation in parts of the country. But then they appeal for sustenance of the momentum to guarantee proper security for the people.
We need security to be beefed up in that area because this is harvesting period. We don't want farmers to be harassed. We want farmers to have good harvest. As you all know, there is bumper harvest this year. And we don't want a situation where bandits will come and start burning crops. That will be an exercise in futility if it happens.
And President Bola Tinubu has expressed optimism on the long-standing cordial relations Nigeria has maintained with Republic of France, People's Republic of China, and the Kingdom of Denmark, hoping that the relations will translate into mutual economic benefit for citizens, particularly in the key areas of education, health, and infrastructure. The President gave an assurance of more economic diplomacy when he received letters of credence from new envoys of the 3 countries. Nigeria-China relations of more than 50 years recently got a new impetus. The recent summit of the Forum of China-Africa Cooperation, FOCAC, offered another platform for President Bola Tinubu and his Chinese counterpart to strengthen the ties and grow the relations. From just comprehensive partnerships, both countries have now stepped up to strategic comprehensive partnership. President Tinubu demonstrated his commitment by appointing a Director General and Global Liaison to coordinate the partnership. Zhu Duhai is the new envoy from the People's Republic of China. His role will be significant at the new level. President Tinubu urged the new envoy to work hard with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to translate the agreements signed into reality. He particularly looks forward to the activation of all the agreements signed, especially on trade and economic progress for both countries. The President said Nigeria will continue to leverage and build on the Chinese experience, especially in trade and infrastructure developments. Dunhai pointed out that he has already started programs with some states on improving yields for rice and yam, a mobile medical outreach to the less privileged, and educational exchange programs that will enhance vocational and technical skills in the country.
Already we're doing a lot with them with the Belt and Road Initiative and the Forum for China-Africa Cooperation. You can see the infrastructure that is being built by Chinese companies, funding from China. So it's something that's very important, not just to Nigeria, but to Africa, because of the African Continental Free Trade Area.
President Tinubu also received Marc Fombostier as the new French ambassador to Nigeria. He told the new envoy that his friendship with President Emmanuel Macron and the diplomatic ties between both countries should be felt by citizens, urging support for the ongoing reforms in the country, which seeks to strengthen institutions and improve livelihood of citizens. President Tinubu welcomed the ambassador of Denmark as he acknowledged the country's commitment to the promotion of democratic values and human rights. He expressed Nigeria's willingness to benefit from the Denmark's achievements in energy, education, Medicare, and other areas that directly impact the livelihood of the people. The Danish ambassador revealed that his country has developed a strategy to improve relations with Africa, in which Nigeria will play a central role in the implementation, considering its size and influence on the continent. And just so you remember, the 7 new ministers designate nominated by President Bola Tinubu were screened and all cleared by the National Assembly within the week.
The issue of poverty reduction is a wholesome challenge that involves almost everybody. We align with the ideals and aspirations of Mr. President so that together we move this country forward.
Ensuring that missions abroad actually reflect the true magnitude of Nigeria's standing.
I promise to serve this country to the best of my ability. I shall use the experience I have garnered in public service over the years
to create productive jobs through vibrant domestic industry. And I spoke about the need for high-value productive jobs.
We believe that feed and water is livestock. You can have grass where there's no animals, but you can't have animals where there are no grasses.
And I assure you, if confirmed, my drive will be towards actualizing this administration agenda on education.
All right, they are now all set for inauguration into the administration and to assume duties in their respective ministries. There has been the executive recap for the week. Thanks a lot for being part of it. Join us again next week for a fresh package of the program. I am Musbah and Wahab. God bless Nigeria.
Confidence is there. Hope is back for Nigeria.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the U-Report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, your access to real-time information.
interesting game, if you understand it. I know how to play it, and I train my boys very well. They are sharing international players. We won the first half, and we came out to play the final. And for the final, it was a walkover. That is to tell you, we know the game.
A man of war. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war.
Won't cease, storm to space, is safe Sailors, every wish is granted. Every king is punished for.
Proverbs are palm oil, with which words are written. Kola nuts last long in the mouths of those that values it. He who thinks is leading when no one follows is just taking a walk. No matter how hot your anger, it cannot cook here.
Nigerian proverbs, timeless lessons from our ancestors.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Technology and innovation is the future of Africa and remains a frontier that only the bold, strong,